Hey everybody, it is August 25th, 2011, and you are listening to Project White Rice, hosted by Zach and Chris.
I'm Zach.
And I am Chris. And today's topic is...
Television. I was going to say something weird, but you know what? Just television. We're talking about television. But you know what? First, I want to hear what happened to you on your vacation.
Oh, yeah. So, Hearst Castle. Okay, first off, I want to say this. Hearst Castle is a really great place if you can't make a trip to Europe.
To see other castles.
Not other castles, but like if you can't see like any of like the art form or like the art form in the past, like sculptures and stuff. If you can't get to Europe to go see that, Hearst Castle is probably the next best thing, because the guy went around like, okay, so like this, I think like the history behind it was that after World War I, Europe was like in debt or something, and they needed to sell everything. So this guy, since he's a millionaire, went over to Europe, bought some arts and building pieces and stuff like that, and put that in his house, and bam.
You mean his castle?
His castle, yes. His castle.
He already had a castle. He just wanted to deck it out.
No. Actually, he didn't have a castle. He wanted to build his castle, and they used the art form as like... So like some of the walls are from...
So they make them there and they ship them over?
Yeah.
They make stuff like the columns or pillars
there,
like, and then they ship them?
I think that's what it was, yeah.
Or maybe he hired expert marble
I don't know
person to come over. And
I don't know what the real details behind it, but he just got like artwork from like so many different areas. I have to say this.
So it's like a collab
of like Europe. Okay, so like you've seen if you've seen an outdoor pool at like someone's backyard, it's like, ooh, that's cool and stuff.
Yeah.
Then you like see an indoor pool.
My friend's has like a little waterfall and jacuzzi.
Yeah, it's
pretty cool.
It's nice. It's like that's one of the things that the tours were saying, like, oh, you can see the outdoor pool and the indoor pool. It's like, I like outdoor pools, and I do like indoor pools because, how often do you get to go to an indoor pool?
Yeah.
It's mostly like a gym or something that has that.
Last time I went to an indoor pool was at like some hotel, and it was so small. Like I could go from one side to the other in like half of a breath. It was push off the wall, and you barely even have to get to the other side.
Yeah, but like the pools there were like ridiculously large.
How large?
I don't know how to describe it, really. It's...
Think of something that everyone knows about and then just say times this. Like a movie screen.
I can't really describe it like times
How
whatever.
many movie screens was it?
No. Okay, so imagine... imagine like Athens, like Greece and like Roman, and like... You know those marble pillars like in Europe or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so imagine that like they're really clean and like they were just built or something.
Okay.
Like all white and decked out. And imagine a gigantic pool around it. That's pretty much how I can describe it. It's
around
like
the pillars, or the pillars are...
Like the pillars are around the pool.
Oh, pillars are around the pool.
And there's like, you see like sculpture of like Poseidon and all the gods around. And it's just like this gigantic pool.
He had sculptures of Poseidon?
Poseidon, Cupid, all the gods, he's probably there. It was ridiculous.
You know what's funny about that? Zeus, like, was the...
Like head guy.
He pretty much did everyone. He pretty much did everyone. And they were all his sisters. And it was kind of weird. And then it was weird. The father, Kronos, ate all of his siblings. And then he freed them by... I can't remember exactly, but I think he made him vomit or something like that. And then all his brothers and sisters or whatever came
What?
out. Yeah. Greek mythology is weird. Or Roman Greek mythology.
I don't know what mythology is, but all I know is that the sculptures look amazing.
And all that. Ares is Greek, and then they have other names for Roman mythology. Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, so that was the outdoor pool. The indoor pool is like decked out in blue and gold, like tiles or something, and it's like 10 feet deep, and it has 2 diving boards.
Blue and gold reminds me of like pharaohs in Egypt.
I guess you could kind of describe it like that. And then there were also some more of those god and goddesses sculptures inside there too. I'm like, really?
Mm.
Even more sculptures?
Well, he likes his gods and goddesses really
Oh
big.
yeah, one of the major things that my dad kept wondering is like, why are they all naked?
Were they all naked?
Well, yeah, pretty much most of them.
No clothing or like togas.
No. Well, there was like some togas. Like it would cover like down low areas. But like up top, even women, you can see like boobs, nipples, and everything.
No, they're sculptures. Who gives a crap? Is it like a? Did you see a lot of kids or did you see mostly like adults?
Kids and adults.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of ethnicities too. Apparently, the castle is like super popular like internationally because I heard people like talking in different languages. He had
Japanese.
Like Japanese, French. I heard like a lot of French people there. I don't know why.
Maybe it was some tour.
I was like waiting. I was like gonna call you up. I was like, hey, I'm about to put the phone like right next to this guy. Can you translate like what the heck he's saying?
Yeah, they're pretty much saying that guy right next to him with the phone up is a douchebag, and he doesn't like him at all. So maybe
you should.
You should stop.
Well, yeah, there was like French, German, you name it. There was a lot of ethnicities out there. But
it's cool.
So you think that so one of the things I thought is like, okay, so it's a castle, right? And it's going to be a big attraction. And you think like around the city area there should be like a nice big town,
like a shopping district or whatever.
Or like a big.
You get a lot of shoppers there, probably.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of people because a lot of people were buying the food and the merchandise that they had in the little store there.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go outside of the castle to like try to find the closest city area, the closest city or town is called San Simeon, and it's not even that big. The population is only 462.
And we have 3 million. Was it?
I don't know. It's like 400 something. Well, I know.
No. Here in San Diego.
I don't know.
I think it's 3 million.
I know. Like
3 million here, and I think there's 5 million or 8 million in Los Angeles, compared to San Simeon, 460.
But no, it's even worse is that they even had another town that was nearby when we were coming here. It was called Harmony, California.
Okay.
Harmony. Okay, so you think Harmony, California? That sounds a nice place.
So nice. Yay.
But when you look at it,
people bring like flowers over to everyone's houses every day, and like they cook meals for the whole town, and what a great place.
Well, I would expect that they could cook for the whole town because the town is basically a population of 18.
That's it?
Yeah, 18.
Well, yeah, I guess they do cook for the whole town. They take turns.
It's like your wife's cooking tonight.
That's like one family. That's not even...
That's your family. That's like all of your family.
Yeah, that was like when I went to the beach house in North Carolina. That was basically the town. That would be... Wow. You wouldn't even have to have more than 2 houses for that.
Well, actually, no. For some reason, it was like... I don't know. There was like at least...
18 houses.
No, okay, there wasn't 18 houses. Everyone's single. It's like...
Yeah, every single
No,
person.
actually, no, it really wasn't. It was... they had like a barn house, and then I think like 3 little houses, and that was about it. Over like a gigantic tree. It was even weird. It's
All
like
right,
there's
so
like a
6
gigantic
per house. That's fine.
I don't even know. Can you imagine if it was your entire family? It's like if you had to get married. It's like
Everyone's just like they ring a bell and they're just shouting, "Hey, someone's getting married!"
No, imagine it's like
so.
No, imagine it because imagine like how you'd have to go to school because I didn't see a single schoolhouse out there. You know, it looked like all houses. Your mom's the one that's teaching you everything.
Yeah, it's probably all just homeschool. That'd be terrible. I would hate to live in such a low population place because you wouldn't see any diversity. You wouldn't see any.
It felt weird for me because like
you just have to rely on like social media or.
My question is like I wanted to walk in there. It's like I really wanted to stop at like Harmony. I was like I was gonna ask my parents like, can we stop at Harmony just to see what's here? It's only 18 people. Like I
You
can
knock on each door. So how's life here? It sucks. Help! No, take us away.
Oh,
we
no.
ran out of gas and
No.
we can't get anywhere.
No, you know what'd be funny is if it was like Harold and Kumar. Remember that? You've seen Harold and Kumar, right?
Yeah.
The second one, right?
Yeah.
Remember the part where he ran into the hillbilly house? He's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He's like, oh my gosh, we don't know what's gonna be inside.
And it looked all trashy on the outside.
And you walk inside, it's like all contemporary. It's like, whoa.
There's like modern paintings and modern art, and like
you
nice fireplace and marble,
you walk in and
refurbished kitchen.
But yeah, so since San Simeon had really nothing to do, we went there for one day. Well, we actually went there for 2 days. When we got there, we were trying to see, maybe there's a mall or something nearby. There's like nothing out there, so we stayed in our hotel and all we did was watch TV.
TV? No way. That's conveniently what we're talking about in this podcast.
All right,
That's awesome.
But basically, all we watched was Cash Cab and Man vs. Food.
Cash Cab?
No, Cash Cab.
Oh, okay.
Cash Cab.
Has Kesha in
like,
it.
I don't know why, but my mom loves Cash Cab. Like, she loves watching that show.
Could you imagine Cash Cab where they just play Kesha on the radio, like the whole blasted full volume in the cab, and like see what people's reactions are? Like, can you turn that down?
Well, okay, so I don't mind Kesha's music that much, you know. She's doing her own thing, you know. Some music's okay, it's catchy, and beats are cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, Kesha.
What would you do if you stepped into a cab and it was just Kesha, like full blast? You couldn't even hear yourself think.
I'd be fine with it if it's
Really?
not like if it's not like destroying my ears.
Yeah, destroying your ears, like at a
No.
concert type thing.
Yeah, I would definitely try to turn it down. Seriously, yeah. I mean, Kesha is good, but I don't need to get my ears like destroyed because of her.
Yeah, that'd be a funny show. Somebody's on the phone, they step in there, and right when he gets in, where would you like to go? Right before they start talking, turns on the radio, full blast Kesha.
But yeah, Cash Cab. Have you ever wanted to go on that show? Okay, first of all,
I did at first.
Okay, hold on. For the people who've never seen Cash Cab, basically there's a cab in New York that's a game show, and he just asks trivia questions. Either if you answer
3 wrong, then you get kicked out of the cab.
Yeah.
No matter where he is, he just pulls over, kicks you out of the cab.
But if you make it through to your destination, you win cash along the way every time you answer a trivia question.
And then at the end, you have a chance to double your money in a video bonus question, which can also get rid of all your money. It's double or nothing. So if you get it wrong, you lose. If you get it right, you get double your money, and you walk away with, I don't know, a certain amount of money.
Yeah,
in
however
your pocket.
much. Yeah. So my mom's always wondered, like, if she would be like, she always wanted, if she ever goes to New York, she wants to try to find that cash cab and try to,
It's more like a van than a normal cab. So I don't know, just
maybe
more spacious. It can seat like four or five in the back.
5, yeah. But like, dude, what would you do if you got into the cash cab? You'd be like,
I don't know. I'd freak out, and then I'd probably lose within the first 2-3 questions because I'm not that good with trivia.
Imagine if it was you with your brother or like your family. Imagine all 4 of you guys were in there.
My history teacher went on, what was that game show? Crap.
Price is Right.
Yeah, no. Crap.
Is it?
It's the one where they answer all the questions with what is blah, blah, blah.
Oh, Jeopardy.
Yeah, Jeopardy. He went on Jeopardy. That's it. Yeah, he went on Jeopardy.
Oh, speaking of,
He got pretty far.
Actually, okay.
I think he might have won.
Did he win like a couple days or just one day?
I think I don't remember. I didn't really follow it that much. I just know he was
on the game show.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of a little side note, Alex Trebek, he is actually narrating when you go up to the Hearst Castle. Alex Trebek, the host of Jeopardy, he does like a little narration voiceover of like what to expect when because you start off at a little state like.
Is it kind of like they give you a CD player or like a cassette player or whatever?
No,
and
they
you get
play
headphones and
no,
then you
they
can
play
walk
it on
around
a bus. No,
like
they
a
play
digital tour.
No, they play it on a bus going up to the castle because you start off like at this little tourist information center, and then they take you buses going up there for your tour.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're going up the bus, they're playing like Alex Trebek, and he's giving you like a little history about it. And I'm like,
Oh, okay.
whoa, Alex Trebek, am I on Jeopardy? Let's get this game show started.
No, but my history teacher was. Oh. No. Okay.
But yeah, so besides Cash Cab, we were also watching Man vs. Food. And
I've never seen that show. I've heard about it though.
You haven't?
Mm-mm.
So, for people who don't know Man vs. Food, it's on the Travel Channel. Basically, this guy goes around doing food challenges, like local food challenges that like they put up to challenge. So it'd be like, can you finish this 6-pound drink of like milkshake or something like that?
Ugh.
Which actually I think was one of those challenges once.
Jeez.
But it was like a mixture of like,
So they just get the most crazy food and they dare them to.
finish it, and and like he either get a prize or the meal is free or get a T-shirt, put his picture on the Wall of Fame or something like that.
Huh. That's a pretty
And
cool concept.
It was the
Is he fat?
Ish.
He's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
He's kind of fat, but so the challenge that he was doing was this sushi challenge, like a spicy sushi challenge.
Oh,
And
like supposedly the most spicy or whatever, or was it just have? Or
No,
just
it
have
was-
like
it
a
was-
bunch of wasabi.
no, it was 10 different sushi rolls. Excuse me, and
Compose yourself.
and basically each sushi roll got worse and worse because he was like
More spicy.
more spicy.
Hmm.
And I think like the final one was some Thailand chili pepper.
Like ghost pepper.
No, it's not ghost. It's not ghost pepper.
Oh, I
but
was gonna say I don't know how he's gonna survive.
Well, actually, I've seen a couple episodes in Man vs. Food, and there was one where they actually used a
Ghost pepper in the recipe?
in a recipe,
Ugh.
and he failed that challenge.
Did you
first
have
off.
to sign a waiver?
I don't know if he signed a waiver, but I know that it was bad because not only was it they put the ghost pepper in, they put the ghost pepper in, and a habanero, and a regular chili pepper in there into a burger.
Oh, jeez.
And
Yeah,
then-
for those of you who don't know, ghost peppers are the hottest peppers in the world.
Yeah, I think they originate in India.
I don't know. Somewhere
I think it was,
not
if I
in
remember.
America.
I remember. I think it was they originated in India, and what happens is that they use it to ward off elephants from walking into their garden,
Huh.
and or like other creatures, not just elephants, but too. But
I think birds can eat peppers. They don't feel spiciness.
really?
Yep. So that they eat peppers, basically.
Huh. So basically, what happened was that he tried that ghost pepper challenge, and when he ate the burger, he's like he bit in. He got like 2 bites in,
And
And
he
it-
was like crying.
he was crying beyond like compare. he like walked into the kitchen. He's like, just get me like a gallon of milk, and then he's like drinking it, and then he pours it on himself, and he's like, it won't stop burning.
He probably should. He's gonna smell bad.
And then he's like, open up the freezer, just let me inside. And then he's like crying, and he's like, my tears are burning. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this ghost pepper, this must really suck.
Yeah, I think there was another one where this candy factory got ghost peppers.
What?
Or maybe it was like habaneros.
Okay.
It was some pepper that was like really spicy, and they dipped it in chocolate or whatever. And there was a challenge to see if you could eat the whole thing. And
You must be stupid to try to do that.
and you had to sign a waiver to do it.
Wow.
It was pretty funny.
That's I don't even know. That would just suck. Well, what would you? Okay, how much would someone have to pay to actually eat a ghost pepper?
The whole thing,
Okay,
or
like
just a bite, like a small bite.
like okay for like a whole pepper, a whole ghost pepper.
I wouldn't, no matter the price. I just die. I don't even think it's physically possible to eat a whole ghost pepper. Wait, how long could you take?
Okay, how about just one bite? And it has to be like at least half of the ghost pepper. One bite, half of the ghost pepper at least. How much would
I
they
don't
have?
think I could.
How much would you have to pay?
I think my throat would close up and I'd die. So probably not. I don't think I would.
You'd have to pay me a lot of money to do that. I would actually
How
do
much?
somewhere in the millions, maybe more.
I don't know if anyone would ever pay somebody $5 million to eat half of a ghost pepper. Just so they can have a little bit of fun to see them. I would never do that. That'd be a waste of money.
For $5 million?
You could just go on YouTube.
But for $5 million, just to bite into a pepper that would probably suffer for maybe a day or two. You don't know how far it'd go.
Yeah, you could still die. So your throat could literally close up.
I didn't leave out the fact that you can drink milk or anything. You know, you can drink milk and like try to like sustain yourself from it.
I don't think that'd help. That guy drank a whole gallon of milk and poured it on himself and then went in the freezer. I don't think it. And he was still dying. Anyway,
that's what you can find on TV.
Other things you can find on TV, which by the way, I just finished this show called Torchwood, and you would know that if you were watching my videos, because I kind of talked about it a little bit.
Okay, first of all, I don't even know what Torchwood is. You kind of have to explain it to me because I don't watch. Okay, so for me, I don't watch a lot of TV lately because for some reason it always seems to be either like reality TV, something going on in the news, or stupidity.
Well, okay. So
from what I find, at
Torchwood
least.
is basically a spin-off from Doctor Who, and if you haven't seen Doctor Who, go on to Netflix, go on to YouTube or something, find episodes, and watch all of them, and then.
I don't know. Well, I don't know what Doctor Who is.
And then tell me you love the show. It's Doctor Who is basically about this guy called the Doctor, and he's a Time Lord, the last of the Time Lords. The last of the Time Lords. And
Lord. Can he just be called a time traveler?
Yeah, he travels through space and time, so he can go to different planets, but he can also go to different time periods. So. He's got this machine called the TARDIS, and that's his kind of transportation around the universe. And the show basically follows him and an apprentice, kind of, that he takes on and shows them the universe, pretty much. And there's all these different episodes about like these things moral conflicts that he has to go through. Anyway, it's a really good show. The first episode for the new series. No, I mean not the new series.
New season.
Okay, so they had the Doctor Who on like the 1960s and 50s and stuff like that, but then it got canceled or something. They stopped it.
All right.
And then they brought it back in like the 2005 or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but it was somewhere in the 2000s, and they made, I think, I haven't seen it in a while. 4 or 5 seasons from then. And what's really interesting about the show is that the Doctor can basically resurrect himself if he dies, but as a different, he looks different, and he's got all these different qualities about him. So basically, they get a new actor. So it's really good.
So it can be timeless, basically.
Yeah, it can be timeless. You can get new actors every single. You just kill off that one, get a new one. And then he can bring on different apprentices, which when he switches kind of forms, or I guess you could say, he pretty much gets a new one. They time it pretty well. But it's really good. It's a really good show. Really interesting.
I'll look into it.
So Torchwood is a branch off from that. It's basically fighting against everything supernatural that happens on Earth. Not really on Earth. It's mostly just in England.
Okay.
So the show takes place in Cardiff, and which is a place in the UK.
Yeah, okay.
And there's an agency called Torchwood, and then it kind of follows the agency and all these missions that they do. And I think that had 3 seasons. The third season only had 5 episodes, though, so it was kind of eh. But at Comic-Con, I just remembered this. They had a Torchwood showing.
Okay.
So I think they're bringing it back. Like a new season.
Well,
I really hope they do, because it was a really good show, and it didn't end all that great in my mind.
So wait,
but
like,
I really hope they bring it back.
Are they like American? So are these like American actors? From the description, it sounds like
one person in it.
No.
All these are British shows.
Okay.
Doctor Who and Torchwood are
'Cause,
British
like,
shows.
you'd think that if it was like something, if you say like sci-fi or something is popular, you'd think it would catch on here in America already. Like
Oh yeah,
it'd be like mainstream. Because
Doctor
like,
Who is actually this season that's on right now. You can
Okay.
watch on BBC America, and
well,
they're actually filming in America.
well, for me, it's like, first of all, like people don't really know that BBC America. You know, first of all, it's like actually some British shows sometimes. So
Yeah, I love British shows. I just love British
maybe
humor.
you should have said that first.
I love British humor. It's so great. Another show. What shows are you watching recently?
Actually, one of the shows I just watched recently, I don't know, I'm sure it was actually televised on primetime. NBC was American Ninja Warrior.
Woohoo!
I've been following the new American Ninja Warrior. All right, for a quick background, basically Ninja Warrior is a competition in Japan where they see who can complete all the obstacles.
like these certain obstacles that are
Like
supposed to be
that-
super hard.
Where they test the strength and like abilities of anybody, of all the contestants, and it's not like Wipeout or any of those.
It's kind of like Wipeout.
It's kind of like Wipeout, except this actually
they
requires
give you different challenges to overcome.
Yeah, but it's not for humor. It's actually
It's
a competition.
serious, like,
it's actually a real competition.
You can get $500,000.
Yeah,
from finishing.
So in the history of Ninja Warrior, 2,600 competitors have done the show. I mean, like
all over the show, or just like
competed.
the very last round?
No, all around.
So only 2,600?
Yeah, it started like in the 90s, I believe.
Only 2,600 have participated in the show?
Yeah, because they only do 100 competitors because they try to make sure they're physically fit to go through the challenges because some of them are pretty brutal.
Okay, so each season they have 100 go up in the first qualifying round, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and then whoever can go through the qualifiers, they go to the next stage, until they win.
Now it understands 2,600.
So, out of the 2,600 people overall in all the seasons, only 3 people have ever completed the entire course.
So you don't have to complete it to win?
No, you have to. No. Well,
So there's only been 3 winners?
there's only been 3 real winners who've completed the entire course.
That is brutal.
And all of them are Japanese. And it's even true that this show has gone international. I mean, they've had Olympians, they've had people from like all over the world come and try to do the competition.
Is it only in Japan and America, though, that they actually have tryouts or whatever, qualifying?
No, actually, it was interesting because I remember I watched, because they have a bunch of seasons that they just mix up, and it's just, I remember one season where I believe it was like some Bulgarian, I think. I don't know if it was Bulgarian.
But was it in Bulgaria or was it?
No, it was in Japan.
Okay, so the show only takes place in Japan and in America. But there are other people from different places around the world that go there.
Okay, hold on. So the main show takes place in Japan. The only reason why we have an American one is because K-Swiss has just put out an endorsement deal for $500,000 to see who can if an American can complete that challenge.
So basically, they mimic the courses that are in Japan, and they just
they qualify
in America.
Yeah, they go through it in America. They try to qualify whoever is in there, and then they take the 10 best people that they get, and then they send them to Japan to try out and do the actual course.
Okay. So no Americans have won then?
No American has ever completed the course.
And sadly, that includes this season.
Yeah, so American Ninja Warrior has been going on for 3 seasons. Out of those 3 seasons, no one has been able to get past stage 3.
Okay.
I believe.
How many stages are there total?
There are 4 stages total.
So it's like semifinals. They haven't been able to get past semifinals.
But usually by the 3rd stage, they've weeded out like all of the best. They've weeded out like all of the weak athletes. By then, it's like
just the tippy
like 5,
top of the...
Yeah, like whoever's the best of the best is at stage 3.
All right.
And so we had this season for season 3, we had 10 people go, people who have gone before the last 2 seasons and before that. And we've had a lot of newcomers this season. The first stage, everyone made it except this one guy who landed on his ankle weird, and it like kind of like twisted. It looked really bad.
Okay, so he had to be kicked.
Yeah,
he disqualified himself.
He like couldn't make it because his ankle just like screwed up on him.
Okay.
So we had 9 people going into the second round. Out of the second round, half of those people were eliminated.
Okay.
So we were down to 4 people. And then from those 4 people got eliminated on
In the
stage
third round.
in the third round. And it was all on the same obstacle that they failed on.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you know what we're going to be training for next year.
And it was, I mean, some of these obstacles that they have are just ridiculous. The one that I think that was probably the most brutal one would probably have to be what they call the salmon ladder. And okay, to describe the salmon ladder, it's
hard to do without a picture, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really hard to describe without a picture. But imagine a bar, like a very loose bar, on top of like 2, I guess, wood planks, and then there's like wood planks like scaling up, and basically all you have to do is try to get that bar up and scale up it with only your arms.
Okay, so let me try it. Let me try and describe it. There are 2 very long wooden planks that go vertically up
Straight.
and down, and on those 2, there are little tiny wooden things that stick out from it, and there's a bar in the middle. So think of like a if you ever done weights, like the what's it, pull-up bar? No,
Yeah.
not a pull-up bar. The ones with the actual weights on the ends of it.
Yeah, the weight
you know
machines.
how you put that on something to keep it up?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, you grab onto the bar that's there, and there's different things that stick out, and you just, with your arm and basically just your arms, you have to jump from
Level to level.
Yeah, level to level, and there's like 12 levels or whatever.
And what was worse about that? Okay, so if you guys
Look it up on the internet, damn it.
Yeah, look it up on the internet. I've searched it up myself. There's a lot of people who've tried to build their own salmon ladders in their backyard, and I'm pretty sure you can get the idea of concept and how bad it really is. So what was interesting about that was that the salmon ladder, they actually modified it this season. Well, they've modified it before, but I didn't know that they did that. They changed it so now that they have the salmon ladder, and then from that ladder, you have to jump to another one with that bar, like on the other side.
So a double salmon ladder.
Yeah, so a double salmon ladder. You jump up to the top of the first one, and then the other one is behind you, and you have to take the bar with you and jump across with it and land on that.
Sounds difficult.
The
whole thing sounds difficult. If you even look up American Ninja Warrior, or even Ninja Warrior on the internet, you're going to find all these difficult obstacles. Anyway, it's a difficult thing to get past, and it's really amazing if you can, and you're like the top of the
And I
best
think, I think we should
athletes.
I think this should be like, if we can try, we need someone to win this. I'm getting irritated.
We need an American to win it.
I have a favorite guy out there. His name is Brian Orozco. He's gone on there 6 times and he's failed at the third stage.
All 6 times. Except for this time, he didn't get to the Japan.
Yeah, he didn't get to go to Japan this time because
He failed.
he failed during boot camp. Anyway, you guys can check out the
Moving on.
you can check out the season. I'm sure it's on G4. I don't think they show it on primetime. I don't think they're going to replay that event ever for the finale where they actually went to Japan.
You can look it up on YouTube if you
Yeah,
need
you can
to.
look it up on YouTube. It's a really interesting concept, and it actually kind of motivated me to want to go find like a parkour gym or something like that, and see if they have any training
to work out.
and try to complete that myself. Because that looks fun. It looks fun, even though it looks painful. It looks fun. It looks interesting.
So shows to check out:
Torchwood,
Doctor Who, American Ninja Warrior, or just Ninja Warrior.
Cash
Cab,
and Man vs. Food.
Man vs. Food. Do you have any other favorite shows? Do you just want to list off real fast?
Primetime, if I ever watch. Ooh.
Dexter. Dexter's a good show. I love Dexter.
I've never heard of, actually. I haven't really heard of Dexter.
You haven't heard of it?
Well, okay, so unless you're just saying Dexter's Lab, Cartoon Network.
No. Dexter, the serial killer, who's also a cop.
What?
Basically, he's
Okay.
a cop, and he kills other serial killers because of the bad things that they've done. So basically, when he was a kid, he saw his mother murdered in front of him,
Okay.
and that kind of changed him.
All right.
And now his dad was a cop, and his
Uh-huh.
dad trained him to kill things because he knew he was going to try and kill things no matter what, like humans, or he started off with dogs and stuff like that. But he knew he was gonna be a killer, so he tried to train him to not get caught.
Uh-huh.
So Dexter basically kills serial killers.
Okay.
So they kill like innocents, he kills them.
All right.
It's a really good show. And then what was the other one? Chuck. That's a really good show.
Chuck, I've seen a couple episodes. I think it's great. Quick synopsis is basically he's a tech. Wasn't he like a tech geek, and then
Yeah.
he ended up becoming a super spy?
Yeah. But it's more, but that's basically it.
Yeah.
So
it's a good mixture of comedy and
Spy.
spy. If you're into the whole spy thing, that's a good one. And actually, one thing that my mom actually likes to watch a lot, and I love it too. The Big Bang Theory. If you
I
haven't
love The Big Bang Theory.
If you haven't heard of The Big Bang Theory, you should. It's like
You need to slap yourself in the face and go watch it on YouTube or something.
you need to at least watch one episode. My mom likes to describe it as smart comedy.
Yeah. So they're
intelligent
like
comedy.
geeks, but they make a comedy show out of it in just like their daily lives.
Yeah. So basically, like, if you can
It's not real. Just that
Yeah.
kind of sound like I was making it
like
seem
like they're
real.
making
It's
fun
a
of
show. They
Yeah.
have a script and everything.
The best way to describe it is like, if you have like general knowledge of like, I'm pretty sure like if you've gone to school and you've paid like a little bit of attention to what's going on, like in your classes, like from chemistry to like math to pop culture, like World of Warcraft or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They take that and just turn it into like these jokes, and it's just that follow with the situation, and it's hilarious.
It's just a fun, good, awesome show. So,
It's
so
nerd
this is
comedy.
kind of like
nerd comedy.
this segment is TV, but it's mostly
TV shows.
towards TV shows, not like
Television.
television in general. Like anyway, it's about shows, TV shows. There you go. Those are our top TV shows that we like to watch. Put in the comments what TV shows you like to watch if you've heard anything different.
Tell us what the show is on, like when is it, what is it about. Give us something good, and we'll probably mention it in the next video segment.
Maybe, if you're lucky. If you comment in time. But that's about it for this segment of Project White Rice. We hope you liked it.
Thank you again. Thank you for listening again. Don't forget to do the 3 S's. Subscribe, support, and spread the podcast around.
Don't forget to check out my channel, The Avenging Walnut, at youtube.com/The Avenging Walnut.
And we'll see you again next week. Speaking of which, school time is starting up again. So
We'll probably talk about that. If anything happens,
we'll see what happens when Zach finally gets to go to college.
yay. I've heard a lot of things on Facebook about my friends that have already
Dealt with college.
like they started school before me, and one person already has to write like a 7 to 10 page research paper. They've got math homework, and then they also have to try and get into a biology. It just sounds like a shit ton of crap. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We
And
hope
we
you'll
get to
join
see-
us for the next episode.
And we get to see what happens in Zach's life about how he suffers through college.
Can't wait for that.
Later.
Goodbye.